I think those clients that we think or we assume are green light clients, those are the red light clients.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sid Charisse.
And I'm David Bosher.
And you're listening to Destroy the Hairdresser,
where we teach you to salon differently. After years of searching, we finally found a software that does it all. Introducing Aura Salonware. With Aura, you have the simple tools to streamline your business, such as a card on file, settings for hourly pricing, and even station sharing options. Implement communication boundaries with clients by interacting directly through Aura. Finally, a software that takes your business as seriously as you do. If you're interested in this type of profit maximization, visit aurasalonware.com/DTH to receive special discounts and promos.
Do you know what your hair color is costing your business? SalonScale does. Discover how SalonScale's cost-saving technology can save your business money. Their mobile app and Bluetooth scale accurately calculate the cost of hair color usage. It records formulas, tracks product usage in real time, helps manage expenses, reduces waste, and boosts profit. We want to give all of our listeners 10% off their first year of SalonScale by visiting salonscale.com/DTH. And for our current students in our one-on-one coaching program, you will receive 25% off all team and solo annual plans. Ask your coach for details to redeem. Red light, green light, go.
I wish I could say it in Korean.
We're still
if you haven't watched
Squid Games.
If you haven't watched Squid Game, The Challenge, the reality show.
I mean, by now, it's been out for a while. So.
I know, but I didn't watch it when it first came out because first of all, I don't like reality TV.
It's on Netflix.
And when I was at your baby shower in December, I stayed in like not a hotel, but like a...
It was kind of like a extended stay. Like you had your own apartment.
Basically an apartment.
Yeah.
And so my partner Josh and I were flicking through the channels and it came up and I was like, do you want to just watch this? Like, I don't know about anyone else, but if you don't have your own Apple TV or Roku or whatever, you're like, I don't know what to watch, even though it's all the same
I know.
stuff.
It's the same. It's just your name's not on it.
So we started watching it and now I'm obsessed. And it kind of inspired this episode because I was thinking about what we as hairdressers think a good client is versus a bad client, or clients we like versus clients
which ones
we don't.
would be eliminated out of the game immediately.
Right.
Well,
this is the thing. I believe that most... you need to get your coughing under control.
Sorry.
I believe that...
Now I'm going to cough constantly. Okay, you believe. Go ahead.
I think Sid secretly has asthma and doesn't know it.
Astrid said that too because ever since I started Orange Theory in October, I haven't been able to breathe.
Yeah, I think you have asthma.
And Astrid makes me do an inhaler and I can breathe.
Yeah, that's called asthma.
But I thought maybe I had like long-term bronchitis or something. I just refuse to accept that I have asthma.
She's like, I thought I just had chronic
over here, like,
breathing issues known as asthma.
I have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to take her because I have insurance.
Next time you hear it from us, Sid will have her inhaler on her. So, there are, I believe, and I believe this when I was doing hair when I was younger, that the clients I liked were the ones that would bring me gifts and the ones that would, text me personally.
Because I wasn't making a lot of money, so anything extra like that, I was like...
And I just believed that this meant we like each other, right? Like...
Until you couldn't do their hair.
Right. And then of course what would happen is like, oh, they need to come in on a day that I'm not there. And so I would come in on my day off and it was okay because I liked this person and they'd bring me coffee. And we all have those clients. And I'm not saying they're bad people. And I know that...
we create the monsters, let's be real.
We create them. We set that tone. I think the media also creates that. Like, the salons where you go and like gossip and you talk to your hairdresser and like...
Then the hairdresser sets a boundary, which is very okay to do. And that's when...
it gets weird. But I believe that there are red light clients and green light clients. So you have, and I think it's the opposite of what people assume. The red light clients are, and this is clients you don't really want. They still will come to you, but you don't.
You see their name on the books and you're like.
Yes. No. You see their name on the books and you're happy they're there.
Oh, but you don't know. Okay. You're not aware they're a red light client yet.
No, and I think most people aren't. So the ones that give you gifts, the ones that show up early, the ones that are like...
They bring you Starbucks all the time?
They bring you Starbucks. Those are red light clients. Those are clients you actually don't want. And I know that everyone listening is like, you're fucking crazy. Those are my favorite clients. Or it gets worse. Some hairdressers, and I was one of these people, I'll do your hair and then we'll go out to the bar afterwards.
Yeah.
Right? Or I just do the whole family, right? Like, these are all, I don't want to say red flag anymore. It's 2024. I'm done with red flag. It's red light. Okay, it's a stop.
It is.
It's not a warning.
It's
a stop. It's like Squid Game. If you move, you're eliminated. So there's I think those clients that we think or we assume are green light clients, those are the red light clients. Those are the ones you should be very aware of and cautious with and create boundaries with. Because I know it feels good until it doesn't.
Because then we start emotionally discounting, like, oh, I'm not going to charge you for that toner because there's guilt and shame because we received so many coffees or we received so many gifts, or it's okay if you're late, or I can take you late. And then it starts to become the standard. And then that's where it's
that becomes
truly
expectation.
A red light. It's expectation. And then we have a problem.
But I hope when you're hearing me say this, that it's not get rid of those people. They're red light clients because you need to stop, pause, create boundaries. It's okay if someone brings you a coffee, but there is a line where it can be a little bit inappropriate.
You can take the coffee and still say, I'm not coming in that day, but thank you for the coffee.
Yeah, you can.
And that's hard for people to say.
Right. Or, if someone, we've all had that client that brings in like alcohol and they want to like drink with you.
Yeah.
Don't drink. Don't drink at work. I don't know how I have to say it. And people are laughing because we've either done it, I've done it. So we've either done it or we know someone who is doing it or has done it.
Don't get me wrong, like having
a glass
of champagne with your client at the end of the day is sometimes the most glorious thing, but it doesn't mean like you should.
I had one client invite me to their birthday party and I was like, no. And she was really offended. And I'm like, she thinks we're friends.
Yeah.
Right? So
this is I've actually said to people,
I don't do weddings. I won't do my clients like wedding stuff unless they come to the salon.
Yeah. Or
they come to me.
It's about
I'm not going on set. And they're like, oh, my least favorite feeling. Oh, you can come to the reception. And you're like, I don't know any of these. Why am I here? Right? Like I get that I want to be really gentle because I know.
Or do my hair and you can come to the reception. Like that's your payment.
And by the way, I have done that.
Same.
And guess what you end up doing all night?
Yeah.
Fixing their hair.
Everyone's hair. It's awful.
Everyone's hair. The mom's hair, the bride's hair, the bridesmaid's hair.
And you've been drinking and it's a whole thing.
Disaster.
I will say I've had early in my career, before I was setting boundaries properly, consistently, I had one girl come in and we hit it off, and then she brought in her girlfriend, and then next thing you know, we were
where is this going?
Friends. No. We were friends and and we're still friends to this day, but I had to say, I can't do your hair anymore.
Exactly. Right. So if you become friends, maybe it's just
because also if that friend break up, you lose your hairdresser. You know what I mean? Like, and that sucks. Like, so I don't even want to start to be a hairdresser. It's a relationship
built around money.
Yeah.
It's a sugar daddy situation.
Yeah. And so it's kind of
I'll be your friend as long as you keep paying me. And
you can do your friend's hair, but you have to my friends do my hair and I pay them and I respect their time and I show up on time.
I don't have my friends. Not that my barber isn't my friend. Again, here we are.
Yep.
But it's not that my barber is not my friend. We don't hang out.
Yeah.
We're friendly. I respect what he does and I pay him to do my hair. But I don't, I know that with friends it's harder. It's kind of a gray area. But
we do that with friends and family. We're it's all of a sudden we don't hold them to the same standard of our business.
I mean, if one more
I've told family members you cannot come into my business because of the way you act.
And now a word from our sponsors.
We have partnered with Hair Story, a product line that is good for our clients, our planet, and our bank account. Have you heard of New Wash? It's like a shampoo, but actually good for your hair. New Wash is a cleansing cream that cleans and conditions without the harsh foams and damaging detergents found in traditional shampoos. Hair Story does things differently, creating more conscious options that respect the environment and your hair ecosystem. Ready to try New Wash for free? Visit hairstory.com/DTH to get pro access today. We at Destroy the Hairdresser, in a groundbreaking collaboration with health industry veterans, are bringing our listeners health plans that cover every professional in the beauty industry. This includes individuals, teams, and families. We are currently in the process of insuring thousands of beauty professionals in all 50 states. Healthcare benefits are now open, and guess what? There's no enrollment deadline. Sign up during any month of the year and gain health benefits quickly. Get your name on the list by visiting destroythehairdresser.com/hairdresserhealthcare.
Yeah, I did this a long time ago, but I used to get asked by my family to bring my...
Try not to cough. I'm like...
Do you need an inhaler? I have one.
No, I'm okay.
I have my family always ask, can you bring your shears, your scissors to...
TSA took them.
Now I just say, absolutely. Are you going to bring your tools to fix my car? I don't know. Like, whatever they are. Like, are you going to... It doesn't make any sense. So...
Will you do my taxes?
Ew, and they will.
Yeah.
Don't let your family do your taxes. That's a whole other episode. But there are green light clients, and I think that's also different from what most people think. Green light clients are the ones who see you as a hairdresser, not just a hairdresser, but as a hairdresser, as the career path that you've chosen. They want to pay you your rate. They want to get their service done. They want to be friendly with you, and they want to leave.
Yeah.
And that is as far as
and
they
it's
want
a great experience.
That
they value your price point. There's no argument.
Everyone knows where they stand in the relationship. Everyone is being respected.
And you still enjoy them coming in. Like,
I enjoy it more because it's all clear what each of us is getting from this relationship. I'm doing your hair and you are paying me for that time. It's clear. It's not, are we also friends and you're going to bring me coffee or a gift? Are we going to go out after this? Are you bringing alcohol? Are you going to give me a gift on the holiday? Like, it's just very clear. And I think we have been trained that is not a good client.
Yeah.
That's the best client. That's the one client that will be consistent with you and not abuse you or abuse your time. They won't. Those clients don't really shift over time.
Yeah.
It's the clients that leave are the ones that love you the most. Especially when you raise your prices.
Yep.
Well, you're raising your prices, but like I've been with you
but not for me.
Right. I've had clients
Well, then I can't come to you anymore. Like, and this is why, if you don't have the bandwidth, the value in yourself, just like the capacity to be confrontational, because it is confrontational. Yeah.
Also, confrontation's not bad.
It isn't. And this is the hardest part when someone says that to you, and I see so many hairdressers bow down, like, and it's like, you can say, like, it's okay that, thank you for all your wonderful gifts, but that's not what this is.
I had a mother.
It's dirty. It's ugly. It's
dirty.
It's dirty.
Dirty Bird. Is that the name of this episode?
A dirty bird. Are you going to do that for every episode?
I had a mother who love bombed me as a child and gave...
That's exactly what that is. It's love bombing.
Yeah, like, I love you, here's gifts, here's this, you're the best, and then...
Everybody knows about your mother.
I know.
From this podcast.
I didn't even tell you the worst part. I haven't even told you I should do a whole podcast about just...
I would listen to that.
My experiences with my mother. But
That's the name of it.
Is it the name of the podcast episode? But my mother would love bomb me. And as a kid, you're like, oh, this is great. But then she would either take those things away or treat me really badly or abuse me like on the other end of things. And so I was trained really early on that like that was a bad trait. And I see it in clients where they will love bomb you. And there's an expectation.
Well, for someone that had a childhood like yours, which so many people have.
Right.
That it can
I'm
be
allergic
so,
to it.
Exactly. That can be so incredibly triggering, or they shut down depending on their reactive system.
It's helped me. Well, at first, before therapy, it was triggering.
Yeah.
But now I just go, I know what this, they're not a bad person, but this is how they communicate. And I am going to have to put up stronger boundaries because they don't have them. And
it's not coming from a place
I've never met anyone, and my personal experience, who can love bomb, and it's only good. Every person I've met that
that's why it is a psychological term that they use as a warning sign.
Right. So
next comes gaslighting.
So I know when people start love bombing me, the end is near. And clients you have to know this with clients.
Yeah.
The end is near.
I hope everyone's thinking about their client list right now and thinking about, oof. And maybe it's a slow
I'd rather
roll.
someone hand me a real bomb.
Maybe it's a real, like, or maybe it's like you start to slow roll in those boundaries, but don't wait on it. Because what happens is we've given you this information. We've planted a seed in your brain. And so now every time it happens, you're going to see it. And what's going to happen is you're going to get more resentful and more angry.
At us.
At us, yeah. And you're going to all of a sudden flip your shit on this person. And then it's going to be a bad Yelp review. And then you're going to get, and it's going to spiral.
I have been coming here for 25 years.
She owes me $50 in Starbucks. But start doing that slow roll now. Like, and I don't know what it looks like for you because I don't know your individual situation, but just start thinking about it and start being like, maybe you need to fire a client. Totally. Maybe you need to just start slowly setting a schedule boundary. Maybe you need to have a conversation of like, I need you to be on time because it's affecting my whole day or I can't take you anymore.
Or maybe you say no to the coffee.
Yeah.
Which I know is heartbreak. Trust
I'm not drinking coffee
me.
anymore. You can say that.
But you can say no thank you. And what it does is it puts a boundary up that this isn't that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that people are listening, they're going, I don't get why this is important, but it's because it's not important. It's not a problem yet.
Yeah.
You'll get it later, or you'll get it because you've had this experience. But trust me, when a client brings me coffee, I love it. And there are times where I'll accept it. And there are times when it's innocent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not talking about those times. I'm talking about the one that's like always bringing you stuff, always doing stuff for you, and then kind of sneaks in other behaviors and gets away with certain behaviors because of it. So be aware.
Cut my bangs real quick.
Oh, I brought
just right here. I know we're done, but
wait,
like,
how about this? I was just in the neighborhood and I brought you a coffee. Do you have an opening? No.
No.
Now you're trapped, right? So I would actually love to hear. I would love to hear people's stories of
we'll
love bombing clients.
I think on Spotify you can leave questions, so we'll put something up. But I also think that I want to say this before we wrap up. Don't feel the need to explain yourself.
Uh-uh.
I don't drink coffee anymore, or just no. Like you don't have no is a full sentence. You do not have to explain anything beyond that. And I think that's the hardest thing for people to understand is like, that's it. There is no, I don't work that day. Why? I don't work that day.
Why? What are you doing?
Why can't you stay late?
I used to have people when
Wednesday night.
When I was younger, like in my early 20s, people would be like, well, why can't, like, what do you have to do? Go out?
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
Well,
I'm done working.
Like, it's almost like.
I remember the stress of trying to, like, in my early 20s, get done with a client so that I can meet up with my friends and they're already out and you're running around and like doing that. And it's like, that feels so crappy. And I wish I could go back and be like, just stop.
Well, that's when drinking was important.
It's not anymore at all. Yeah. I'm talking about like 21 years old. Like.
Sid's talking about like last week.
Oh God, the thought of that exhausts me now. Like, I'm like, I need to sleep for 10 weeks.
So we should do a poll on Spotify to end this episode. On Spotify, if you are listening via Spotify, there will be a poll that says, are most of your clients red light clients or are most of your clients green light clients? And we'll reveal the results months
on
from
Instagram.
now.
Next time on Destroy the Hairdresser, the podcast. If you don't own the building and you don't have the marketing aspect, like, what are we selling?